Titanic.
Yes.
Sorry. That was a terrible icebreaker.
Near, far, wherever you are, I believe that you're still at the bottom of the ocean.
Oh, yeah. So, greetings, everybody. I've been away for, we were away last week. I was actually gathering with my family on the other side of the country and going through a ton of pictures, learning a lot about my ancestry. Did you know I had a great uncle, a great uncle who was on the Titanic?
No way, really? Was he a billionaire connected to the Federal Reserve?
I don't know, but I think he's still there. I'm pretty sure. And did you know that the swimming pool on the Titanic to this day is still filled with water?
Deep dive. Deep dive with Titani.
Okay, that's all I got for now, but I got more coming.
Okay.
We'll have
You want me
more
to do
later.
my,
Yeah, let's jump into it.
Greetings, you wonderful warriors of the broken sword, you. I am Jonathan,
I'm Nick.
and we are the Goslings, a digital speakeasy of underground free thinkers, explorers of the esoterica, Christian authors, general buffoonery extraordinaires, and we are giant man children who do not have any formal
I
education.
was gonna say, don't forget the immature part.
Yeah, but we have a sixth grade education and a deep and abiding love for all of God's creatures.
Pretty nice. I love that.
Totally cribbed from Brian Fellows' SNL skit.
Oh yeah, but we got a comment today while we were recording our interview, and someone's like, "I love your guys' guests, but you're so immature. Grow up."
Yeah, but you're very immature.
I'm not growing up. This is fun.
This is it, baby. I think I
as good as
literally
you're gonna get on my channel.
Yeah, I think my reply literally was, "That's the juice, baby." So
That is right.
anyways, we're so happy that you guys are here. Welcome to the show. This is what we call the Illumi-Naughty Afterparty for the uninitiated, but we are initiated, aren't we, Bruce? This is where we just get together at the end of the month. We don't really have an interview or a guest. We just interact with you guys and have a lot of fun in the chat and go over some topics. Nick has spent the past couple weeks out in Idaho, which is why we have not had a live broadcast here lately.
Yep.
I have a quiz for Nick.
Awesome.
20 questions about Idaho.
Does it have to do with the Aryan Brotherhood? I've been in Idaho for 2 weeks. I think I'm boned up.
The one thing I missed. I got everything but the Aryan Brotherhood.
Yeah.
Then
I'm gonna fail.
What's your favorite thing about David Duke? Go.
They named a university after him.
That'd be really
How am I
funny.
doing? Okay, no, that was a fail. That was a fail.
Mhm.
Oh man,
We're happy to see so many people in the chat. We got Mike Fisher. We got Tricky Subject, Jay Reese. Yes, we got let's see, America in Cars. Kana is here. Yep. Let's see.
Chris Caps.
Chris is here. Yeah. Nice.
Dash Rendar.
Oh yeah.
What
What's up,
up?
Dash?
And let's see. You said Kana.
Mhm.
You said Tricky.
Yep.
And we have Terry.
What's up, Terry?
Good evening. And let's see. Oh, Pete. Pete was watching. I saw Dark Sayings.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dude, anybody who is not familiar with our channel or Pete from Dark Sayings, formerly known as Creepy Little Book, if you like the esoterica that we explore, please go over to Dark Sayings on YouTube. Subscribe to that channel. Pete is awesome. He is a dear friend of the channel. He produces amazing content. He has been a guest of ours multiple times. We will have him back. He covers everything esoterica you could ever possibly imagine. It is impressive. And he's reading the Bible right now, which is like, dude, your whole life has been geared up for this. Everything you do.
This is your moment.
Dude, with that awesome microphone.
Oh,
and
I know.
His cool voice.
Yeah.
He's cool. Yeah.
Kim Heath is watching. She says, I'm a newbie.
Hey, Kim. Nice to meet you. Glad you're here.
We are glad
Welcome
you're
to the
here.
Show.
Yeah. If you get offended, don't comment.
I mean, or whatever.
You can, but
you do at your own risk.
Kim, I will tell you that the people in the chat that you see that you are among are wonderful, kind,
super
fun,
friendly
people. So this is a good community here.
Yeah.
So glad you're watching.
Yeah.
And let's see. Let's do our toast.
Yes.
Let's do our toast.
Do I lead this time?
I believe that you do. I think I led last time. Yeah.
All right.
Let me. Is it? There it goes. A little slow. It's a little slow tonight.
We had a 3-hour interview with our buddy Mark, and so we didn't have time to reset much of anything.
You need to give my iMac a
refresh,
an oil change, basically.
All right, everybody, grab your drinking vessels. We're going to perform our liturgical toast, which is our mantra, and I will lead, and everybody else will follow along with Nick.
We will follow.
Take up the broken sword of your father
and strike down the darkness.
Amen.
Yes. What am I drinking?
Yeah, Nick, talk about these amazing mugs very briefly that we talk about every show that are...
Yeah. Okay. Kothon, get one.
JerichoPottery.com.
Done.
Go.
No, no, this is the Kothon Spartan mug designed by Joel Jericho at JerichoPottery.com in collaboration with Stephen Pressfield, the great author. Yes. And Joel and his team handcraft every single one of these and hand paint every single one of these. They're beautiful. They're durable. And this is the closest replica to the Spartan mug, the Kothon that we know from historic record. Yes. We love drinking out of these. We love drinking everything out of these. I'll say no more about that. I don't want to get judged by you judgy pants Christians out there. But these are fantastic. I would highly recommend anytime you can get your hands on one of these, you got to try it. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. Go to JerichoPottery.com. Show Joel some love.
Yeah.
And drink like a man. Get yourself a Kothon.
Absolutely. And after you have wiped your holy libation from your Leonidian beard, you can replenish said facial hirsute mask with JardaniJovanovic.com hair and skincare products. Jardani Jovanovic hair and skincare products made by real men, made for real men, or as I like to say, be as sexy as you are deadly, awaken your inner John Wick, give 007 a run for his money with JardaniJovanovic.com. Everything from shampoos to lotions, beard balms, and beard oils. Beard oil, which I put in before hot-footing it over here, by the way.
You smell wonderful, by the way.
Well, that's good, because I used the shampoo and conditioner this morning in order to be presentable. So, yeah, JardaniJovanovic.com. The owner and proprietor of Jardani Jovanovic is named Mike Fisher. He's actually in the chat right now.
Yeah.
He is a dear friend of the channel. He has actually been helping us out with some top secret stuff that we are.
You still want?
About.
Yeah. Oh, that. Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm. So we're working on some cool things that are going to expand the goslings a little bit in a way that's really going to benefit you guys and your ability to interact with each other, which is something that we really like to foster here. We really like the idea of people building friendships outside of just the show or just the Patreon. Yep. And so we're working on a solution for that. But he's also given us a ton of product, which you can see behind you here. He has an amazing logo. I mean, for someone who writes books about angelic warfare like this,
that's logo, pretty cool.
Yeah, it's right up my alley. So we got Leonidas back there guarding it, the little bronze statue. So it's pretty dope. You can kind of tell what we're about around here. Yep. It ain't hard. So.
I hope.
Anyways, show Mike Fisher some love and support him as he supports us. And go to JardaniJovanovic.com and get some hair and skincare products for either yourself or the special men in your life.
That's right. That's right. And I'm going to mention if you don't mind, at the front end of the show, I'd like to mention our Spartan level patron.
Oh,
that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Spartan level patron. Let me get it up here. Let's see. Come on. Sorry, it's running slow. Gosshog Lifts on Instagram. Go to @Gosshog Lifts. This is Joe Goss, our beloved nephew.
Yes.
Mighty warrior nephew. Go to @Gosshog Lifts for fitness content that inspires young men to reclaim their identity and purpose in a generation of darkness. Go check out show him some love. Go give him a follow. Lift and pray. Yeah. So we want to show him some love. If you guys could give him a follow, we'd really appreciate that. And speaking of following and such, take up the broken sword of your finger, strike down the subscribe button, and don't forget to tickle that bell.
That's right. Hit that bell.
Yeah.
Yep. Keep your YouTube pimp strong. Smack that bell. Smack it like it owes you money.
Like it owes you money.
Is Wayne Brady going to have to choke a bell? Eat your sandwich, Dave. Eat your sandwich.
Welcome to the Illumi-Naughty Afterparty. We have a couple things planned.
Yeah.
We're going to, I know Jonathan has prepared a quiz for me that we're going to do. Of course, we're going to do our troll roast. I want to talk a little bit about that weird sub situation.
That was first on my list.
Oh, you want the sub situation?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, let's talk about that. So here's what we know just north of nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 people.
Call it 5 degree down bubble.
Yeah, 5 degree down bubble. There's a joke in there. There's a joke in there somewhere. I know it. They got on this little, this submarine. I believe it was it Ocean's Gate? Is that Ocean Gate or Ocean's Gate? Ocean Gate. That's the name of the company.
That will now be the name of the scandal.
Exactly. Ironically, the owner of Ocean Gate, the founder of Ocean Gate, was one of the passengers.
Yeah.
And turns out his wife, and some of you I saw in the chat already know this, the Ocean Gate's, the founder's wife has like an aunt or a grandmother that died on the Titanic.
Oh, wow. Really?
So I wouldn't say not irony.
Is it morbid coincidence?
Yeah, morbid coincidence is more like it, is rife.
Yeah.
That now, her grandmother died on the, at the sinking of the Titanic, and now her husband going down to see the wreckage in the submarine is also gone. As far as we know, there are conspiracies around that, that they lost communication. Because I did not know this, but did you guys know that GPS does not work underwater?
Really?
Yeah. They didn't have global positioning. Once you get to a certain depth, it's all dead reckoning.
Oh.
And sonar.
Hence the phrase dead reckoning. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's all, well, I hate to use the word dead too soon for dead reckoning. Best guessing.
Too soon.
Best feeling your way in the dark is more like it.
Yeah.
Well,
it's interesting. The government has known that they were dead from the day it happened.
They were saying they were dead from the day it happened.
The news reports have recently released that the government knew as of Sunday, like a few hours after they lost communication, that they were gone.
Wow.
And that they just sort of let the story perpetuate. No one really knows exactly why or what is going on with that, but a couple of points of interest. If you've never looked at the conspiracy theory surrounding the Titanic, it might be cause for concern, and I'm waiting to see somebody do a deep dive on who was on this particular submarine, because there is the theory that the Titanic was sunk in order to get a couple of billionaires out of the way who were resistant to the Federal Reserve. Oh, really?
That's the theory.
And so with the onset of CBDC, I hold this in an open hand, but it's worth looking into.
That's interesting. Well, that's going to be one of my questions for you and you guys in the chat. Like, this seems like a delicious piece of distraction.
Oh yeah,
for the pop. Now, it's not delicious because 5 people died.
Right.
But it's that sensational type of story that doesn't really have anything to do with our personal lives. Doesn't impact us in any way.
Right.
But they want us to know about it. Why? What are they distracting us from?
Yeah. Anytime there's a story that has nothing to do with you and your actual life, and it's just blasted on every media channel, which is all controlled by the CIA, you do have to ask yourself, what is the distraction? What is this? What should I be actually paying attention to? One of the things that I know of that I found out about yesterday was Wagner Group, the Russian PMC.
Yeah. The one that went, the group that went rogue.
Kind of, yeah. They
were going to march on Moscow, right?
They did, yeah. And there was a mild early stage coup d'etat, which may or may not have actually been a coup d'etat. Could have been a sort of 5D chess move that Putin was playing. But that has been happening all week, and you didn't hear about it until it was basically over.
Yeah. And they've struck a deal, I guess. And that general is now going to Belarus with his group.
Yeah, where the nukes are.
You know what's interesting about that? Like, you struck a deal. Okay, I won't march on Moscow. I need to go somewhere safe. And they're like, hey, how about Belarus? Oh, that sounds good. Aren't they like a Putin puppet?
Yeah.
They're dead. They're dead.
Right.
That guy's dead.
Yeah, maybe.
He's a walking corpse.
And but the leader of Wagner Group was really good friends with Putin. So it's like, Are they? Is this something that they have cooked up together, or is this a betrayal of friendship? It's just interesting, and it was very destabilizing there for a little while. A lot of people were really worried that it was going to lead to something, pretty catastrophic that actually could impact your life.
Wow.
But I'll tell you, the thing about the sub deal that has also been talked about is the owner didn't want to hire 50-something-year-old white guys because they were uninspiring.
No way.
So, like, get woke, go broke.
Well, who was driving the sub with a little PS5 controller?
Right. He wanted to hire people who were inspiring because of their diversity. And so, and now it's sunk.
What if there was no conspiracy? What if they just, like, someone forgot to,
charge the controller?
Yeah. What if someone accidentally hit X
when you should have hit Y?
Yeah.
I mean,
what if just, I mean,
that's also possible too. Occam's razor.
And the Titanic sits on the ocean floor at like 12,000 feet down. 12,000 feet.
Yeah.
Below. I mean, the pressure is like millions of pounds of pressure.
And that submarine was not rated for that level of pressure. And the 50-something-year-old white guy that was fired from the company had warned them about that and said, like, hey, that sub, what you're wanting to do is dangerous. You should not do it.
He might want to wait a couple of weeks before he says, I told you so. Just out of sensitivity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, hold off a minute. I have so many jokes and none of them are appropriate.
After the iceberg collision, the captain of the Titanic gathered the crew and tells them, I have good news and bad news. The bad news is that our ship is going to sink. Mm-hmm. The good news is that we're going to win like 11 Academy Awards.
Talk about dying for your art.
Leo DiCaprio has pledged to never watch the Titanic movie ever again. Why? Because it's turning 25 this year.
It's aged out of his interest.
I got more. I'll throw more in as we go. Awesome. I got to tell you guys this one. This is a great one. Okay. I saw this last night. What does a Travis Scott concert and the Titanic have in common?
What?
The music doesn't stop when people start dying. I'm going to give myself the horn on that one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
Or maybe a little...
You're fired. Oh, man.
On next week's episode of The Goslings with Jonathan and Joseph.
Yeah, probably better that way. Maybe it's better that way.
Yeah.
Let's see. What do we got in the chat? They were dead in milliseconds. Yep. Says American Cars. Most likely, yeah. I mean, that's a quick way to go. Yeah. My goodness. Let's see what else we have. What does that say? Newfies designed the sub.
Newfies. As in Newfoundland.
Yeah, Newfoundland. Yeah.
Newfoundland.
Newfies. Chris R. Newfies. I'm guessing that's kind of a derogatory term for people from Newfoundland.
Yeah.
How dare you?
It's sort of like how my favorite new insult is to say that is so French. That's the Frenchest thing I've ever heard.
Well, from now on, when something implodes, I'm going to say that was so Newfie. It's good. I like that term.
Way to be a Newfie. Just sinking all our dreams.
Let's see.
Dinto Bean says they made it to Inner Earth.
American Car says James Cameron said he'd be honored to make an Ocean Gate movie. Oh gosh.
Winslet and DiCaprio said they'd do it.
They could be the old billionaires.
Let's see. Nick and Jonathan. King Charles will be coronated for the second time on July 6th. This year at the Palace of Holyrood. Oh, it's Scottish. I should be
Holyrood House in Scotland. There's another one. There's another coronation.
I think I remember hearing something about that. I can't remember if Tim talked about that or not. But
what has got to be coronated in every like
Commonwealth prince.
Yeah, you got to be like Scotland and the Northern Ireland and then
Yeah.
wherever else they want to coordinate them.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well,
Who
he's good.
knows?
It's good to be the king.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. Lots of
All
rinse
right.
and repeat.
All right. Do you want to do the quiz?
Yeah,
Or
let's
do you want to do the troll roast?
Let's do the quiz first, and
All
then
right.
we'll do the troll roast.
All right.
So, in honor of Nick going out to Idaho for a couple weeks, I have an Idaho-centric quiz.
Oh no!
20 questions and one bonus
I'm
question.
gonna put my globe up here.
This is gonna be the most
Geography quiz. Here we go.
This is gonna be like the most homeschool quiz in the world.
Let's go, homeschoolers. Help me out.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun though.
You want to do the game show music?
Yeah, where's the game show?
I think it's that one right there. Yeah, hold on, let me turn this down. Turn the music down. All right.
Here we go.
Let's
All
go.
right. What is the state bird of Idaho?
The mountain bluebird.
Ding ding ding. That's right. Nice job. Yes.
Yeah.
Supplemental. What is the state raptor?
The golden eagle. Osprey.
No, here's a hint. Fool of a took. Name associated.
Oh, I have no idea. Raven.
Peregrine falcon.
Oh, the peregrine falcon.
All right. Well, you know.
Oh yeah, peregrine. Yeah.
Peregrine took. What is the state fruit of Idaho?
State fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Potato. No, it's not.
Nope.
No, I don't know what the state fruit is. I'm gonna say the.
It's your favorite quote that we do on here for you.
Huckleberry. Is it the huckleberry?
Nice. Nick wins again.
All right.
What is Idaho's nickname?
The gem state.
Nice. Supplemental. What is the state gem of Idaho?
The jasper. No, the emerald.
No.
The diamond. The ruby. The sapphire.
The
the
star
onyx.
garnet.
Oh, that was my next one.
Is Idaho a real word?
Yes, it means home in some sort of Native American language.
Wrong. It is not a real word. Supplemental. What does it supposedly mean?
Home.
It means the gem of the mountains. It is
Really?
a Shoshone word made up by George Willing in the 1800s.
It's pronounced Shoshone, but dang it.
Shoshone. Yeah. Well, okay. You know. Maybe my quiz is wrong.
No, this is definitely my homeschool education. Keep going.
Okay. Idaho borders which 6 states?
Oh, Montana, Wyoming, Utah, Nevada, Oregon, and Washington.
You got that in reverse order of exactly how I wrote it.
I went from east to west, like like historical Americans.
Makes me
like
mad
pioneers.
how good you are at this. What is the highest point in Idaho?
Oh gosh, I have no idea. It's probably a mountain.
Correct. Yes.
Probably not Mount Hayburn, but I'll say Mount Hayburn.
No, it is Bora Peak
Bora.
at 12,662 feet.
That's about how deep the Titanic is right now.
It really is. Yeah.
Oh.
Wow, we brought it full circle.
Wow,
Good night,
full
folks.
circle. Yep.
Full globe.
All right.
The deepest river gorge in North America is found in Idaho. What is its name?
Snake River Canyon.
No.
I don't know.
It is a place you go if you're naughty.
Hell. Hades Gorge. Hell's Gorge. Hell's Kitchen. Hell's. Don't know.
Hell's Canyon.
Hell's Canyon.
Oh, you were so close.
Oh,
you were so
you
close.
can't give that to me.
No, I
don't
can't
know.
give you that. I can't give you that one. What are the 2 ancient giant cedar groves in Idaho?
I have no idea.
One is named after a certain president that you really enjoy.
Roosevelt?
The Roosevelt Grove of Ancient Cedars. And the other is the Hobo Cedar Grove.
I
So
should've guessed that
we'll
one.
give you a half point for the last one
Well, you gave me a
and a
huge hint.
half
All right.
point for this one as well.
Okay.
So, all right, what daredevil died in 1974?
Evel Knievel.
Yes.
Evel Knievel.
Correct. And how awesome was it? No, I'm just kidding. No.
I was what year? 80
74.
Oh, 74?
Yeah.
Oh no, I wasn't there.
You were there. What famous 2004 film was filmed in Idaho?
Twin Falls.
No, come on.
Oh, no, Napoleon Dynamite.
There you go.
There is a movie called Twin
There you
Falls.
go. There is. Yeah.
Yeah, Napoleon Dynamite, of
All
course,
right.
which by the way is like that's really, really accurate. That's like what it is.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Napoleon Dynamite is a special kind of genius. Okay. What vegetable bean, and type of fish is Idaho famous for producing for the rest of the country? 3 things. Vegetable.
Potato.
Correct. Then the type of bean. Do you know the type of bean? This is a little tough one, but it's an impressive number.
No.
It's put in a certain type of soup.
Lentil.
Ding.
Okay.
Very good. And a certain type of fish.
It's got to be salmon or rainbow trout.
Rainbow trout.
Yeah.
Actually, technically, well, it's probably just trout. But yeah. Potatoes. 32% of the country's potatoes are made in Idaho.
Makes sense.
Lentils. 90%.
Holy cow.
90% of the
Wow.
lentils that are feed the country come from Idaho, and 70% of the trout.
Yeah, that makes sense. That
that's
makes
a
sense.
lot of fish.
hatcheries. A lot of hatcheries.
You like fish?
I caught a
sticks?
ton of rainbow trout growing up in Idaho.
Did you?
They are delicious.
Yeah, they are really good. What kind of spooky old west town is Idaho known for?
Custer.
Oh,
That's the name of a town, a ghost
Yeah.
town. Like
there
a
it
ghost
is.
mining
Yep.
town.
Ding, 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 ding.
Ghost town.
Mining ghost town.
Yeah, it's a mining ghost town. There is one called Custer.
Oh, nice. Okay. See? What? Now he is the master. Idaho is the blank largest state and was number what to be officially recognized in the U.S.?
Oh gosh.
Now, here's a homeschool deep cut.
Oh, a deep cut. Largest by population or land?
I think just size. Like what size
I don't
largest
know.
state is it?
38th,
13.
13th.
Yeah.
From the top or bottom?
I think from left to right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Equatorial.
Okay. Yeah.
I have no idea. I don't know.
Right.
And then what number was it to be officially recognized in the order of the 50 states?
All right. Well, it was the last. It was the last one before. So that was 50. That was 49. It was 40. 47.
Close.
46. 45.
43rd.
Dadgummit.
43rd. You were
I
close
suck
though.
at this.
No.
I
You're doing great, kid. What city in Idaho was once home to a real live nuclear reactor? It is also very appropriately named.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
A nuclear reactor?
Yeah.
I never heard about this growing up.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a certain type of bomb, early bomb, dropped on a couple places over in Sushi Land.
So get canceled. Oh, I have no idea.
Atomic City.
There's Atomic City, Idaho.
Yep.
Wow.
Atomic City, Idaho.
Wow. I had no idea.
Yep.
I'm ashamed of myself.
All right.
I'm so sorry, guys.
That's right. We're 2/3 of the way through. Actually, no, we're 3/4 of the way through. You're doing great.
Oh my gosh.
What famous author is buried in Ketchum Cemetery?
Oh, Hemingway. Ernest Hemingway.
There we go. See, I knew you'd get that.
Oh yeah.
Nick knows I'd beat him up if he didn't get it right.
I would deserve it. I would deserve to get beat up.
What famous volcano movie was filmed in Idaho? Famous volcano movie starred one of the James Bond guys. Came out in the 90s.
A volcano movie?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I saw a volcano movie in the 90s. Did I?
We probably.
What's
saw
it called?
Dante's Peak.
No, I didn't see it. I had no idea.
Fair
I had
enough.
no idea.
All right, here's a gimme. Which U.S. president visited the later self-proclaimed center of the universe, Wallace, Idaho, in 1903?
Read it again.
Which U.S. president visited the later self-proclaimed center of the universe, known as Wallace, Idaho, in 1903? Easy one.
Roosevelt.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yep.
Roosevelt.
There you go.
Yeah, 1903. That's
Yeah.
a good one. Oh, it's this one.
Oh, it's this one?
Yeah.
Sorry. I hit the wrong
Yeah,
button.
that's all right.
Okay. What is the official horse of Idaho? There's a movie named after this horse with Ed Harris and Viggo Mortensen and Renee Zellweger. It is an awesome Western.
Appaloosa.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
Good job. Appaloosa is also a great movie, by the way. You should totally watch it if you've never seen it.
You said Ed Harris.
Ed Harris,
He's
man.
great,
Dude,
man.
He's the best.
Yeah.
What two time zones coexist in Idaho, and which natural river formation separates them?
Well, it's the Pacific and Mountain
Correct.
time zones, and it is the Columbia River that separates Idaho from Oregon and Idaho. The Columbia. Well, it's the Snake River that flows into the Columbia.
It's called something else in the separation of the time zone marker.
The
Certain type of fish.
salmon.
There
Salmon
you
River?
go. Salmon River.
Salmon River?
Yes. Ding, ding, ding.
Runs. Okay.
All right. Here was one that was kind of hard to word, but it's pretty cool. What otherworldly named national monument exists in Idaho?
Craters of the Moon.
Yes, Craters of the Moon.
Craters of the Moon National Park.
Comprised of miles of sagebrush and rocky lava flows, Craters of the Moon is a natural preserve that resembles something more out of Star Wars in our friendly 43rd state.
It's quite lovely in August.
Yeah, I bet it is. And bonus question.
Here we go.
If you were a hobbit, which hobbit would you be?
Samwise Gamgee.
Ding, 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 ding. Correct. Yes.
That's the only one worth being.
Yes. According to Idaho State Senate Bill 420 under the JRRT 69 Act, subclause 410, all residents of Idaho residing in Idaho for no less than 10 years are legally required to choose Samwise Gamgee as their hobbit of choice and greater Lord of the Rings character. If not chosen, that citizen, whether residing in Idaho or not, is subject to extradition by Idaho and state troopers and must stand before a judge. Typical punishments include a year probation subsisting solely on potatoes, and also watching Peter Jackson's phenomenal adaptation of Lord of the Rings on repeat at least for 6 months or 1 month for 3 hours a day minimum of the Ralph Bakshi adaptation, the animated Lord of the Rings, if they so choose to violate sub orders, or in the quote, to quote the Idaho and state troopers, fly, you fools.
So I don't get my citizenship card revoked.
No,
basically.
Not today.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, not today, Satan.
I am so Idaho. Yes.
That is awesome.
That was an excellent quiz. Wow. I had no idea it was going to be about Idaho. That's fantastic. I got a couple right.
Yes. Potatoes.
If there's anyone in my family or anyone in my circles from Idaho watching this right now, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Sorry. Team spirit, state pride. I should, I did not come prepared.
Idaho's cool.
Yeah. Idaho's great, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's great.
Dude, I had a lot of fun researching that.
That was
it actually
awesome.
made me want to go.
That was fun,
Idaho.
man.
Yeah.
All right. Let me fade out our music here.
That's good.
And
that means I
now-
don't have to call the Idaho and state troopers to come extradite my brother.
You don't have to.
So.
Please don't.
By the way, all
Extradite
of
out
that
of the
was
state
like
or the country.
All that was totally made up.
That was awesome.
I do want to show this, by the way. Nick got this for me last time he was out in Idaho. I didn't get the other thing because it wouldn't show up anyway. But Nick got me a signed copy of The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway, signed by his granddaughter.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. This was my grandfather's favorite book. Best Wishes. Joanna Hemingway?
I think it's Jonah.
Jonah Hemingway. Yeah.
Something like that.
This is really cool, though.
Jonah,
This
yeah.
sits on my shelf in like a seriously prized
Isn't that cool?
location.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Nick also got me a charcoal, what would you call it?
Like a rubbing. Yeah.
Of Ernest Hemingway's headstone.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It is really cool.
Yeah. Like I'm usually like the cool one when it comes to giving gifts, but Nick outpaces me quite often.
Every once in a while, I'll stumble across a good idea.
Mm-hmm. So, anyways.
Well, man, let's get to what is this? We don't need that. All right, let's. What is this?
Oh, what time is it, Nick?
Oh, it's time for our troll roast.
Mm-hmm.
The troll roast. Yes, it's been a month. Well, first of all, a quick update on the channel.
Yeah.
Since the last time we've done this, we've had some amazing interviews.
Yeah, we have.
And they've gotten a lot of visibility and drawn a lot of comments, good and bad.
Yep.
We're going to share a little bit of both.
Yep.
The bad ones are fun. That's why we do this. Also, the channel has grown substantially in the past month. Last time we did Illumi-Naughty Afterparty last month, we were at 6,000 subscribers, which was huge.
Oh, wow.
We just passed 7,000 day before yesterday.
Yeah, we're at like 7,100.
Yeah, that's huge. And it's a vanity number. That just means 1,000 new people subscribe to the channel.
Yeah.
Because they enjoy the interviews.
Yeah, they like the content.
I really, really appreciate it.
And they enjoy the live chat.
Or we irritate them so much, they now live to make our lives hell with nasty comments. And they don't want to miss an opportunity. And that's why they subscribe. And that's fine, too. That's good.
Yeah.
But time to eat some trolls for second breakfast.
Dude, this is like the catharsis that we aim for every month, where we get to put the comments on blast of people that have thought they've got one over on us.
They've earned it. They have earned it. I'm going to bring the music down a little bit here.
By the way, Overbuilt is here. Nice to see you, Overbuilt.
Good evening.
E. Miller. I'm glad you're joining us. Very cool of you.
Linda with Life Station Express.
Mm-hmm.
Good evening.
Mandy is here. Nice to see you, Mandy. Kim Burley is here. Nice. We got some we got some new people, some cool people in the chat. This is awesome.
Now, I'm not going to say on most of these, I'm not going to say which video they commented on. Some of them it's self-explanatory. It's more about the comment itself and what may have been going on through someone's head when they made it.
Yeah. And
then how that, whatever that thought was, how it was completely ridiculous and uncalled for. The first one is from, oh man, you're going to love this. This is actually an exchange that Jonathan got in with someone who made a comment. His name is George B.
Oh, yes.
He says, prophecy is for his elect only those who are separated for his use. Drinking shots of liquor on your show turned me off. Grow up, guys.
Here's to you, George.
To you, George.
It's water, by the way. Dude.
Moron.
I just, this is why I don't think you can ever, it's almost like you can only operate authentically if you ever want to have any success. You don't want to be like lizard brained about it and just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, you can't appease the mob.
No, there's nothing you can do.
You really can't. Like, there'll always be somebody who's upset with you about something.
You see that mask over there on the bar behind Jonathan?
Mm-hmm.
Someone's, why do you have an evil, satanic looking
you should burn
idol
that
behind you? I'm like,
dude, it's a tiki lounge. Like, we're wearing Hawaiian shirts because it's summertime.
Jeez.
Like, dude, I'll tell you, like,
George B from the uptight right.
Dude, we maintain a fun atmosphere here. We don't take ourselves that seriously.
That's right.
We don't consider ourselves, I mean, we do, in a way, we have sort of fallen into ministerial work, but we don't consider ourselves like a ministry.
Right. We're not a ministry. We're not a church.
No, I mean, we joke about being the church of what's cool, and it's not because we want to shirk that responsibility or anything, but when you label yourself that thing, all of a sudden society puts all of these restrictions on
and
you.
Expectations, yeah.
And there's no way to not be a hypocrite in somebody's eyes who's going to want to shut you down for it. It's like, dude, we just interview people we think are interesting.
If you have a buddy that you go to church with named Bill, and you run into Bill at, say, Olive Garden, and Bill's there with his wife on their anniversary, and they're having a glass of wine.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, Bill, and you don't think anything of it.
Right.
But if Bill then says, I've been called into the ministry and I'm going to be a pastor, and then you see him in Olive Garden with a glass of wine, all of a sudden,
yeah.
I'm not a pastor. I'm not ordained. This is not a ministry.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan's response to George B is, I love this. This is so good. And I can't say it just like you. I'm going to try. The condescension of the delusionally puritanical is almost as delicious as the golden elixir that will grace our lips in your honor upon our next live stream. That's happening right now, George.
It's still water.
George B replied,
oh, yes.
This is the best. You guys ready? Good luck being saved in the end. I will stick with fear and humility and love. Because you can just feel it radiating from his comment.
The most loving thing I've heard in weeks.
Yeah, Jonathan replies and says, well, let us know when you decide to start exercising either of those virtues, because you've shown nothing but the opposite here. What a vicious, condescending, worm-tongued thing to say to someone who has done nothing to you except inadvertently offend your delicate sensibilities and propriety.
Dude, I will hurt your feelings in ways you
guaranteed.
Don't even understand.
It's guaranteed.
Dude.
Well handled, well pushed back. Good luck being saved.
I mean,
good luck being saved.
Dude,
That's a
serious?
Christian thing to say to someone.
Right? Yeah.
Hold on a second, George B. Hold on. This is called a Bible.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure it's the same one that George B. has. I'm gonna open up. Let's see. Oh, it's right in front of me. Colossians 2:16. Let no man therefore judge you in food or in drink, or in respect of a holiday or a new moon or Sabbath days.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, the Bible. Read it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, why don't you,
George?
Why don't you do George a favor and just take that Bible and just bash my head in? Just go ahead and just bash it right in.
Hey, I can
It's
mail
shameless.
this. If you want me to mail this to you, George, goslingsgroup@gmail.com. Send me your address.
We'd have to send it to him for free, I'm sure, because he'd probably get mad if he had to pay money for it.
Oh, we're getting there. We're getting to one of those. We're getting to one of those.
Mm-hmm.
All right, moving on to the next one. This one is from user ZH7, bunch of alphanumeric nonsense. Someone who is obviously trying to remain anonymous, which means
Coward.
digital courage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, user. I'm just going to call him user because it sounds so dirty. This user says, okay, I love your show, which we appreciate, by the way.
Yeah.
I love Gary Wayne. There is not one other human that has the knowledge he has. Agreed.
Yeah, truly.
I'm very sad that on your show, you have to pay to see all his content. Not true. Not true. Gary gives his knowledge freely so people can be woken up and know what is going on in the world and come to know our Heavenly Father. I'm sad that you cut off shows and... Whoops. I'm sad that you cut off shows and knowledge to people who do not pay you? ? This information he has can save someone's soul. You are putting a price tag on that. Gary Wayne shares for free. Zane Garcia shares his knowledge for free. Dr. Joy Pugh shares her info for free. Rob Skiva shared for free. I hope you read this and it hits your soul hard. Yahweh will take care of you and make sure you have what you need if you are doing the right things, which I don't disagree with necessarily.
Right. Yeah.
Trust in him for your financials. Knowledge that brings people closer to him, unless in a book form, should be free. Blessings for your show.
That was a lot of work. For some petty resentment.
This whole thing right here.
Over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and thank you, Dento Bean, and that's just the point. Gary does not give his information for free. Yeah. Neither did Rob Skiva.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Well, Gary's book. You can find any part of that book. You can find Gary talking about it on YouTube somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And yet it's all in a book behind a paywall.
Yeah.
What if that book were distilled into educational seminars that you had to pay for online?
Yeah.
Would you then be saying this is knowledge that can save someone's soul? Gary, how dare you put a price tag on that?
I mean,
did you not buy the Bible?
Right.
What about the audio version of the Bible?
Yeah.
The audio. Maybe there's a Bible app. I don't understand the logic.
It's just immature naivete mixed with petty, selfish entitlement and a nice little dash of resentment. Because it's like, you expect us, first of all, I'm not beholden to anybody for anything.
Amen to that.
Literally at all, ever. Like, dude, not for nothing. I don't want to tempt the fates, but I will nuke this channel and move to Florida and still have a happy life.
Oh yeah.
We don't answer to anybody, and I mean anybody. And so
not even user.
No, not even user. # Donkey Kong. What if? I mean, but these anonymous fly by night, bombing raids.
They're seagulls.
Yeah, they are. They're seagulls.
Fly over, take a dump on you, and fly off.
And they have no idea. And the irony is, the people who actually do pay for the Patreon get it. That's why they're on the Patreon.
Yep.
They get it. They understand the channel costs money to run. We're trying to grow it into something that we can do independent from the rest of from the day jobs that we have. That's why we're doing it. And I literally just spent $130 something on a project that Mike is helping us with. I was on a roof when I was doing it in my day job, by the way. Yeah, that on a project that like no one will probably see for another 3 months at least. Anyways, like the channel costs money to run, and we would like to be able to do this independently. So of course we're going to charge for it. Our guests know that. They know that we do a Patreon exclusive. We don't bait and switch them. And a guest is free to tell us like, hey, you know what? I just want all my content. I don't want any of my content held behind the paywall. And I wouldn't disagree with that.
Yeah,
certainly, yeah, Gary told us that.
Go to other channels that have Gary Wayne.
And you can also go to those channels.
Yeah.
Or here's a novel idea. You can put your money where your mouth is and you can start your own channel. How about that?
There you go.
How about you
invite and invite people to come on your channel.
Yeah.
Or you know what? Email Gary and ask him to send you a copy of his book for free.
Yeah. And
I don't understand what I don't get is he says knowledge that brings people closer to him, unless in book form, should be free. Look, so why book form?
Right. Why is that different?
Because that's currently something that's being sold. Like that's the only format that it's allowable to charge money for.
All agreed upon is the only form that you can. Yeah, it's
so printed book. Does that include ebook
or audio?
Because that's
book?
A digital product.
Yeah.
That's technically you don't own the ebook. You just own access to the digital content. No different than exclusive content on Patreon. Guys, am I wrong here? I mean,
No, America in Cars makes a very good point that not even that it's behind a paywall, it's on a platform that won't kick you off for discussing the heavy stuff. So here's the thing. One of like the main reasons, I'm going to give American Cars a trumpet there. One of the reasons why we created the Patreon was because we still wanted to talk about the topics that we wanted to talk about that were heady or dangerous to the community guidelines on YouTube. And so we realized that like, okay, we can do that if we have a Patreon. And like literally every tier on Patreon except the lowest tier grants you access to the full interviews.
Yeah.
So it's a way for us to be able to talk about those things, but in an environment that's protected from these unreasonable draconian strictures that we have suffered for. Ironically, Gary Wayne being one of the only ones who's gotten us a channel strike.
Yeah.
So
there you go, user. By the way, and one last thing, and then I'll stop beating this horse. But like, just bear with me for a moment, user. Let's say you go to Burger King. You go through the drive-thru.
Yeah.
You order a Whopper. It comes with a drink.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And then you see across the street McDonald's. You can buy a Big Mac, and they'll give you a drink and fries.
Yeah.
But you got to pay for the fries at Burger King. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Either go to McDonald's or shut the heck up.
Or throw a temper tantrum at Burger King.
Buy some fries.
Yeah.
You can throw a temper tantrum at Burger King, which is what you're doing right now. You're throwing a temper tantrum in Burger King.
And we're giving you
just
the spanking you need for it. Yeah. Overbuilt asks, or he says, I wish Gary's book was on audio. I think Gary is working on an audio book for the Genesis 6 conspiracy. Check his website, Overbuilt, and double check on that. But I think there is a solution in the works for you there. So, anyways.
Next comment is from Lori C.
Oh, yeah, I like this one too. Good.
The first 10 minutes are annoying, guys.
Agreed. Agreed. We're annoying,
dude. Maybe you guys agree. But we love our sponsors.
Right.
We love the people that support the show.
Yeah.
We love the people who subscribe to the show.
Yeah.
We have to do our toast.
Yeah.
What
do you want it to be?
Yeah.
Like, also, like, a big reason why people...
you can skip forward.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah. I have had to tell some people, like, hey, timestamps. Just... I
need to get better at that. That's on me.
Forward on the, yeah.
I don't have all the time in the world, but when I do, I can do timestamps. That's fair.
J. Reese Bradley says, comment anonymously in the Burger King chat.
That's what we need. We need a Burger King chat.
Burger King chat.
That's great. Yeah. I mean, Lori, seriously, for reals. If you're watching it live and the first 10 minutes are annoying, I dare you to make the same comment in the chat and not the comments of the video.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll get eaten.
If you're watching this live and you're like the first 10 minutes. Why are you watching live?
Well,
if you know it's going to be that.
That's the other thing.
Just
too.
wait till it's done. Skip all that. Skip me.
You know, even in the early podcast days, I say early, like when I would listen to Kevin Smith's Smodcast, you know, he had a pretty rigid format where it was like the first 5 or 10 minutes were promos or intros or whatever. And like, never once did it occur to me, especially because it's free, for me to like email Kevin Smith and be like, oh, your first 10 minutes are annoying. It's like, dude, just
good luck being saved.
Yo, good luck being saved, sinner. You know,
how dare you delay getting us soul-saving content?
Yeah,
as I sit here ramming chips into my face on my sofa,
picking chips out of my folds. With space folds. There's some Dune jokes for you. I would just skip ahead. You know.
Well, the Dento Bean says sometimes I fast forward until I see the guest in the box. Dude, that's fun. First of all, Dento, how dare you son of a bean?
Yeah.
But seriously, that's great. If you don't want to watch the first star, just skip to that's great.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's okay. Like,
it's okay.
I don't know if your feelings are hurt.
Not at all.
But I'm all right.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I'll live today.
All
I
right.
mean, you know, I don't know. It might haunt me at 6 o'clock in the morning, but no, I mean, absolutely, Dento. Like, that's totally reasonable, you know? Hey, dude, if you're just interested in the guest and you want to skip ahead, like...
Sounds like pre-trib hate from Dash. That sounds like pre-trib hate. Yeah, uptight on the right. Those pre-tribbers, I'm telling you. This is one comment that was repeated in several videos by W. Gaines, who's awesome. Mm-hmm. W. Gaines says, obligatory algorithm comment created with neither artificial nor natural intelligence.
I love it.
Just to help us out.
Yeah.
And to let us know it wasn't created by AI.
Yeah.
W. Gaines, you're awesome. Thank you for those comments.
Cheers to you.
Absolutely. Cheers to W. Gaines. Awesome. Very cool. All right, that's page 1. I'll just throw that over there. All right. Here's an interesting one from Dorothy. I enjoyed hearing from Jacob. Oh, this is the Father's Day episode.
Oh, yeah.
I enjoyed hearing from Jacob. My son's family homeschool and farm as much as possible. That's cool. I am so thankful. Oh, by the way, do you remember Nextel?
Nextel.
Yeah, Nextel. Not sure what she was referring to.
I guess like Nextel phones, maybe?
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
In the context of Jacob's interview, I'm not sure if you knew what that was. Anyway, this is it was
because I think we had talked about with Jacob about not using smartphones.
Oh yeah, well,
because
it's not Nextel, it's still Verizon, but I went back to the old flip phone, and I got a lot of things to say about that. I won't say them now, but
you're working towards them.
Yeah. It's quite a difference. Quite a difference. I'm just telling you. Just saying.
In a way, it's so much healthier to live. I'm really like one step away from a phone on the wall and an email, and that's it.
Yeah, you know what? As soon as you get that paid off.
Honestly.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Lorraine says, we love it. I think this had to do. Let's see. Let me see. This may have been an Illuminati Afterparty. Not sure. Okay. Lorraine says, what kind of verbiage is get down and dirty? And really, are you just not trying to manipulate your audience financially to get the real content? Your prices for such content is too high. Reminiscent of the snake oil panhandlers.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And yes, I've chosen my words very carefully. Financial manipulation is subtle and wears the same skin on both sides. There's more to all this than the money. You might go a lot further if you could see further.
Oh, okay. Well, we did this losing money for a year and a half.
2 years.
2 years?
2 years at least, losing at a loss.
So,
can I just read your response real quick?
Oh, I forgot to respond to that.
Oh, it's so good. Jonathan replied and said, our verbiage is fun. We keep our prices fair for the products and services we provide. This is the best part. Your fixation on not getting everything for free is very telling. It's a shame Bible studies and pacifiers cost money.
That's right. I forgot I wrote that.
Vertical punch, baby. That was awesome. Vertical punch. So good.
Right to the old baby maker.
Metaphorically speaking.
In Minecraft. No, in real life.
Is there anything else you'd like to say about Lorraine? You snake oil panhandler, you.
First of all, it's snake oil salesman. If I were a snake oil salesman, I mean, maybe panhandler. I don't know.
She chose her words carefully, but she didn't research the phrase at all.
I felt like a panhandler was someone who
begs.
But a snake oil, you can't be a snake oil salesman and a panhandler because you're selling something. So wouldn't you be I don't know. Maybe she's like going for a thing there. I don't really know. It's a little confusing. Writer. I would hope that if I were a grifter and a snake oil salesman, my God, I wish I were more successful at it than what we are. I mean, dude.
For real.
For real. Like the thing is, here's the thing. I did some research on some other Patreons before we formulated ours. And one of them was and it's a channel I really love and support. But one of them had 3 tiers. $5, $20, or no, $10, $20, $50 a month. And the only thing that gives you anything is the $50 a month subscription, and you get to ask the dude a question and he'll eventually get back to you in an email. That's it. That's all you get.
Wow.
So
wow.
Again, I don't have any shame about pimping the Patreon, because honestly, first of all, people seem to be really happy with it. There's a great community that's really building there, which we're really, really proud of and happy about.
Yes.
But then also, as I've said before, Nick and I really did try to structure the Patreon to give people as much stuff as we could sustainably.
Yep. That
we also would want if we were on the other side of the equation. If we could look at it and say, you know what? Yeah, for $5, that sounds good. $10, I get this. $20, $100, $50, all makes sense.
Speaking of the $50 level.
Oh yeah, we did these before you left.
You get a copy of a book of your choice that we wrote. We'll send you a copy, and we type a welcome letter.
Yeah.
On that typewriter behind Jonathan's head there. We type and sign welcome letters. We stamp them with a wax seal. There's a bunch. There's a lot that we do. In addition to the exclusive content, you get to ask our guests questions. You get free merch. You get a shirt. We order you the shirt of your choice off our Teespring page and mail it to you with the book and the letter. I mean, there's a lot that we do.
Yeah.
And then there's less that we do for,
lower tiers.
Yeah. Some people don't want all that extra stuff. Yeah. But even our I think it's our $5 tier. They get a sticker.
Yeah, you still get a sticker.
You still get something.
Yeah.
And access to the guest schedule.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like we want to do stuff with you. I mean, we want to do stuff for you. That's the whole point.
Jay Reese had an awesome comment. I'm seeing it here. It says, let's see. Wait, I just missed it. Well, she basically said, I have a Patreon and my patrons get nothing.
It's funny. That's kind of like the spirit of Patreon, right? Hey, if you could support me $5 a month in what I'm doing, I'd really appreciate it. And that's kind of the spirit behind Patreon.
Right.
And I think we get a lot of people that do support. They don't really want anything. They just want to support us. And that's amazing.
That's really sweet.
And then, we have multiple tiers. Some people want to support us at a higher level. And we can't, I don't know. We're Gen X, proto-millennial, but Gen Xers. And we're it feels wrong to just not
take your money
give
and
you something for that. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't know. Last time I checked, that's not the attitude or mindset of a snake oil salesman or panhandler.
Right. Yeah.
Lorraine.
Overbuild also asks, Goslings, are you streaming on Rumble now? If not, why? I think we do upload the videos to Rumble, but Rumble doesn't give us the traction nearly that YouTube does.
Sometimes we upload videos to Rumble.
Yeah.
But we use Restream for these live streaming events because we can stream to Twitter and YouTube. We're actually streaming to 2 different YouTube channels right now and Twitter. We can add other platforms, but Rumble isn't one of the available platforms for us to stream live to through the streaming software yet that I know of. But we have our eye on it. That's something I've been looking at for like I've had my eye on that for like a year and a half since we started using Restream. So as soon as we can stream live to Rumble, believe me, I want to, because it's going to save me a ton of headache.
Kristen is in the chat. You're new. Welcome, Kristen. Tracy Hartley is in the chat. I think you've been around before, Tracy. So good to see you again. Cali Girl is here. What's up, Cali Girl? Gans is here. What's up, W Gans?
W Gans.
Yeah, dude. We just got finished giving you props earlier. I don't know if you were lurking or not. And then let's see. There was somebody else. I'm missing them. Where are they?
Jay Reese says y'all's Patreon is awesome. Love being a part of it. Well, you, Jay Reese Bradley, you were our very first patron.
Oh,
you were
that's
our
right.
very first patron. Special shout out to you.
This button's getting a workout tonight.
It is for sure.
Sorry.
We turned all the way up. Yeah, we're good. Renee, I'm going to go on to the next comment here. Renee says, first time catching your show. Great. I have seen Jesse before. Jesse Zabater's been an interviewee a couple times now.
Mm-hmm.
Love her. Question. You commented towards the end about the Illumi-Naughty Afterparty. What does that mean or reference? Behold, this is the Illumi-Naughty Afterparty.
Behold, welcome.
This is the once a month, just kicking back, me and Jonathan.
Yep, you guys.
Doing the troll roast, doing a quiz, chatting with you guys, just spending time with you guys, because doing it in a way where we typically can't when we have a guest interview that we're streaming.
Yeah.
So we felt that was really valuable to us. We felt like it might be valuable to you guys, where we can just engage with you. And that's why we do and we call it the Illumi-Naughty Afterparty.
Mm-hmm.
As a thumb in the eye to the real Illuminati.
Yeah.
So good comment. That's a good comment. Let's see. Gabe's World says, and this is a comment. The interview we did with both Gary and Derek. The symposium.
Yeah, the symposium.
Yeah, Gabe's World says all four of y'all need to do a 24 to 48 hour live marathon. I mean, I'm down. I'll request time off work to do it. That'd be huge.
Dude.
I don't know. And you know what? Gary could probably outlast us all.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
As long as we get pee breaks.
Mm-hmm.
I think I could do it.
Yeah.
Order pizza.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, I like the idea. Yeah, we order some pizzas,
For sure, we'll have plenty to talk about to fill 48 hours of
48 hours. It's such an absurd idea. It's like, it's so crazy. It just might work. He might really be onto something.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. I think it's, how do you pronounce it? Eek Mama or Oak Mama?
I think it's Oak Mama.
Oak Mama. Oak Mama says Brian's book. Okay, this is Brian.
Godawa?
Thank you, Brian Godawa. Brian's books are like going to the most fantastic blockbuster Bible movie in your head. Love how he fanboys over Stephen Pressfield, who's a man-at-arms, is now on my to-be-read list.
Oh, nice.
So I really wanted to mention this comment just because we really enjoyed having Brian on. It's an awesome conversation. He's coming back.
Yeah.
And he writes fiction.
Yeah.
Biblical-based fiction. Also, she wanted to mention how Brian loves Stephen Pressfield, and I don't want to miss an opportunity to mention Uncle Steve.
Yeah.
And also mention A Man-at-Arms.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, everything he writes is great, but as far as his most recent fiction goes,
dude, it's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Yeah, it really. I didn't think Steve could get better as a writer after Gates of Fire, which still remains my favorite book of his that he's ever written. But honestly, The Craft, I have watched The Craft develop, even in his 70s, as a writer. And A Man-at-Arms, it really is like peak Pressfield style.
Yeah.
Stylistically.
Yeah.
It really is him at his laser sharpest, Yeah. It is so good. And especially as a Christian, it's a great story.
Yes.
It is like Christian adjacent,
Yeah.
And it's just begging to be turned into a movie with Jim Caviezel.
Yes. 100%.
It would just it would be so awesome. But yeah, and we've interviewed Steve a bunch of times. I will once again beat on this war drum. If you have not seen our interviews with Stephen Pressfield, go back and watch them. They are criminally underviewed given the content, the quality of content that you're getting out of Steve. He's a tremendous blessing to the channel, and he deserves 1,000 times the views that he has. I mean, 100%. His interviews are awesome.
Yeah, they're really good.
He's coming back.
Man, the last one we did, if you're an artist,
yeah,
an author, a creator, you've got to watch it.
Yeah,
you've got it's about story structure using the fool's cap method. Oh, it is so good. I'd say it's a master class
in the fool's
crash course.
Yeah,
a 2-hour video you'll watch it over and over again.
Yeah,
and learn so much every time. It's so good.
He didn't hold back the secret sauce with the fool's cap method either. I mean, he really condensed like 2 months worth of Instagram videos down into one interview.
Yeah,
he's insanely generous.
Yeah,
you know,
agreed.
We are so honored and humbled. So we love Steve.
Tracy, you should too. And if you watch any of our interviews with him, I'm sure you will.
Yeah.
Tracy Hartley says, "Hi guys, via tweet from Jesse Zaboter is how I found you. Was watching Let Us Worship live in SoCal from West Australia. Then the live feed froze and ended up here. Love the way you banter."
Thanks, Tracy.
Welcome. Glad you're here. Glad you're enjoying it. Thank you for that.
Lord works in mysterious ways.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But, I want to say that we said this earlier too. We're not ordained.
Oh, yeah.
We're not pastors. This is not a ministry. Yeah. We're not positioning ourselves as a ministry. We're an interview live stream.
Yeah.
We're Christians, but it's an interview live stream.
And we are authors, but
yep.
Yep.
And we like to keep it light and have fun. So
we'll take ourselves that seriously.
Yeah.
Here.
You can take us seriously, but you'd be happier if you don't.
Doesn't sound like she will.
Yeah,
I don't think she's got it figured out.
Let's see. This one's from Benjamin from Africa.
Oh.
Hi, period. I like, period, your work, but you seem to spend so much time on interludes and, period, chatter. We in Africa pay hard for internet and electricity, so please be touched with the feelings of our challenges and try to get to the meat of your subject anytime you make a presentation. Jonathan, your rebuttal.
Did I reply to that one?
I didn't. I didn't remember seeing.
I did reply. You know what my answer was?
Go for it.
Nah.
Nah. Let's see.
I mean, I don't know how to help you, dude. Like,
I'm pretty sure if you pay hard for internet and electricity,
I pay soft.
You can skip forward the video. Is this too much work for you?
I mean, dude, I don't know what to tell people who, like, honestly, we don't interview anybody who isn't interviewed elsewhere on YouTube. So, like, if you're not here because you're enjoying the overall experience, why are you here? You can find all this elsewhere. Like,
don't give me this. Oh, I'm from a poor country and a poor continent, and you're making me have to work and wait. Please do it. No, don't do that one. That one's not appropriate. I'm like, just stop making yourself the victim of our live stream because you have to skip forward to the.
Dude, I don't put up.
Give me a break.
I actually have unimaginable, deep and abiding volcanic contempt for cry bullies more than I do actual bullies.
Yeah,
because actual bullies have some semblance of power and force behind them that can later be molded into some sort of useful tool or weapon, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and you usually have to punch them in the face in order to shake them loose of that. You know, cry bullies, on the other hand, are just perpetual victims who are operating in some sort of tyrannical mindset. And I got no use for.
Yeah, if you don't like the interludes and chatter, Benjamin from Africa.
Tricky had the best.
What did he say?
Tricky said, Ocean Gate's channel has lost a lot of subs. Too soon?
Thank you.
Oh my god.
Oh, Tricky nailed
Tricky.
it. So good.
It's bad. That's bad, but that's funny. And that's why we love Tricky, because he brings the juice with the humor. That,
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh, here's a great one. Here's a great one. Marlon says, and you can answer this question. How come that you haven't been censored yet?
We have. It's what the Patreon is
That's
for.
why we have a Patreon.
Yeah.
Now. Yeah, we were being censored, and
we also have a backup channel called the Illumi-Naughty Afterparty,
Yep.
named exactly as this episode is spelled. We keep that as a backup channel, and we've only mentioned it a couple times, but if you're watching and you're new, please go subscribe to that channel. We keep it dormant in case we ever need a backup, and this one gets zapped. But then that's why we have Rumble. That's why we also are on like podcast forums like Spotify, I think, and iTunes and all that stuff. But then ultimately that really is why we have the Patreon, so we can just upload the videos directly. So
and Tricky, I got a Titanic question for you. Speaking of the movie, why is it that there are no subtitles for the last 15 minutes of the movie Titanic?
Ooh, I don't know why.
Because a good caption always goes down with the ship. I got another one for you.
Okay.
My grandfather warned people that the Titanic would sink. No one listened, but he kept on warning them nonetheless until they got sick of him and they kicked him out of the movie theater. Grandpa, you're a legend. All right.
Most people's grandpas are legends.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Let's see. Okay, that's it for that page. We're done there.
Nice.
Let's see. Oh, this one's great. It's short. It's from another Nick.
Okay.
A Nick that's not me.
Also, welcome, Foxface. You were right. You and Michael Fisher were talking about the new Jim Caviezel movie about trafficking. You're right, Foxface. The Sound of Freedom. I really want to see that movie, man.
Is it out? That's the Jim Caviezel movie?
That's a Jim Caviezel movie on.
It's called The Sound of Freedom?
The Sound of Freedom. Yeah.
I gotta watch that.
Yeah. I don't know if it's out in theaters.
Oh, that's the one. He was doing an interview. He was talking about that movie, and he started talking about the dumbs.
Yes.
And how they're real.
Yeah, just like Jesse Zaboter.
Yeah.
Talks about.
Yeah. Wow. Cool.
Good for you, Foxface,
Yeah,
for
thank you, Foxface.
mentioning that. Yeah, and good for Mike Fisher for bringing up the subject. Also, Pat Riot, Pat Trio, is with us.
Pat Riot. Hello.
Recent patron, so we really appreciate you.
Fantastic.
Thanks, buddy. Anyways, okay.
So another Nick comments and says, radicalizing their audience with a smile.
Yes.
That's exactly right.
That's right. Yep. That's right.
Do you guys feel radicalized?
Yeah.
Maybe you like
totally radical, dude.
Radically just laid back. Maybe radically not uptight.
I would love to know like what I should have steered into that more and asked him, just out of curiosity, like what exactly is it that we said or did that makes you
radically authentic?
That term, and what does that mean to you? You know, I'm curious. I don't know. Whatever.
Let's see. Cricket Kringler. That's a great handle. Cricket Kringler says, "Why have I taken so long to listen to your broadcasts? Oh man, we are on the same wavelength 100%. Thank you."
That's awesome.
Cricket Kringler, thank you. I hope you end up seeing this and getting the shout out you deserve. That was a nice comment. It made me feel good.
I've heard of a crumpet. Awesome. I've never heard of a cricket.
Was that Tracy Morgan?
No, it was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That was Raphael when he fights Casey. Yeah. Oh, I wish Gabe were here. He would.
Casey, that's the one with the hockey sticks, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember. Okay.
Is a cricket bat. Cricket? I've heard of a crumpet. Never heard of a cricket. Yeah.
Is that the live action where they're wearing the suits? Oh,
dude, and it's good.
Is it?
Oh, dude, it holds up. It's still good. Those special effects, man. Dude, killer. You know, because they had like the guys in the suits, in the turtle suits, doing all the martial arts and stuff, and that was really cool, whatever. And then they also would overdub them. I think Corey Feldman did the voice for Raphael, which is who was in that scene with Casey. But the way those suits worked, it was the same thing on the show Dinosaurs, because it's a Jim Henson thing. Everything was controlled by the people except the faces, which had wires running off stage to like a table where the actors had like hand puppets and voice controls that they would use to manipulate.
Well, the actors themselves would do that,
or the voice actors.
Wow.
Yeah. So dude, watch the behind the scenes stuff of Dinosaurs or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and just see how Jim Henson's.
That's like impressive coordination for a shot to get any shot.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's really, really cool.
Yeah.
You would talk about movie magic.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Jim Henson was top when it came to that type of thing.
And yeah, it's a lost art because everything's CG now.
I know.
So, yeah. Anyways,
such a shame.
I don't know.
The next comment is a speaking human.
Yeah.
And a speaking human says his book Gates of Fire, in my opinion, is one of the great books. His style inspired my style in my book, Blood and Soul, which, shocking to me, stayed in the top 100 on Amazon for 5 months.
Dude, that's right. I remember that guy. Yeah, that is cool.
A speaking human, normally we promote our own books on this stream, but fellow, Uncle Steve fan,
Pressfieldian.
Yeah, you get Gates of Fire, and that is an accomplishment to stay in the top 100 of Amazon. Any self-published author knows that. That's huge. Good for you. If you guys are interested, go check out Blood and Soul.
Blood and Soul.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Ellie. Oh, no, not Ellie. Elle. Elle says, oh, this is great. Oh, I love this one. Oh, finally. Do not idolize Gary Wayne. We have only one God, Jesus. He's not your friend, Gary Wayne. Again, do not idolize Mr. Wayne, and he is not your friend. Be careful, you all. Become homosexual is very easy.
That was my favorite.
Gary.
It was my favorite because, out of left fields, go gay for Gary. Gary Wayne.
I love it.
What?
We love Gary. He's our friend, and they're like, don't idolize Gary. You're an idolater. He's not your friend, and if you keep doing it, you're gonna be gay.
Yeah. Do not idolize Gary Wayne. If you do, you will be idolater, and he will make you gay. You will be gay.
Oh my gosh.
That's the Frenchest thing I've ever heard.
Oh my gosh. So my takeaway advice to all of you people who, made derogatory posts during this month's troll roast, how's about you start your own YouTube channel?
Yeah.
And go out and try to not offend anybody. Don't offend anybody.
Yeah, don't make anybody mad.
And then come back and tell me how that works. You're going to, just do it yourself. If you don't like it, just go start your own channel. It's really easy. Just do it for a long time.
Yeah.
And you'll figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got. That was the troll roast. Hope you guys like it. Tiny, let's see. Tiny Loves Boston. Tiny Loves Boston says, this is hilarious. Better than conspiracy stuff. I'm trying to detox from conspiracy content. And, we do have a lot of conspiracy content, that comes onto the channel here. But we have a mix. We have a mix of things. And we like to keep it light, as we've mentioned, like the banter. And, we're telling Titanic jokes for crying out loud.
I know.
So you are in the good place, and you should continue your detox. I admire that, actually.
Yeah.
Because if you just don't watch the news and don't watch the conspiracy videos, your mental state, it just,
it's
it elevates.
Easy to spiral. It's really easy to spiral.
It is. And when you go to the headlines too, everyone gets their news from online sources now.
Yep.
Everyone. And you have no idea who is deciding what story they think should be, headline, or they're deciding what you see. There's so much going on in the world, and they're going to cherry pick things going on in the world that they want you to see, because it kind of draws you along their narrative path.
Yeah.
And it's hard to know. Like again, the sub thing. I'm going to go to work tomorrow. I'm going to do the thing I always do on Monday. And when I come home from work, I'm going to do the thing I do on Monday night. Nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to be different.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that sub catastrophe is tragic. 5 people died. It's in Newfoundland.
Yeah.
The bottom of the ocean. What does that have to do with me?
I
It
know.
doesn't affect me and my community.
Right.
You know, and you're going to see just story after story after story after story.
About
after
how
story.
you're supposed to care especially about these people. Never mind the thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people who die every day from a myriad of other reasons. You know, those we don't care about. But this,
you should care about.
we tell you to care about, therefore you should.
They died tragically. Oh, but by the way, I'm going to take a quick 5 seconds to tell you about
Honey Bunches of Oats.
exactly.
Yeah. And sell you Charmin extra thick.
So you're like, you're all over. Like, should I feel horrible and shocked that these people died? And then, oh, Honey Bunches of Oats. Like,
I should sign up for AARP.
no wonder we're so frazzled psychologically,
Mhm.
frazzled, depressed. We're being like yanked around.
Yeah.
You know, by not just social media, but like the news platforms themselves.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing they're going to give you that's in depth or meaningful. You'll never be able to stay on top of everything everywhere at all times.
No, and it just doesn't matter. Most of the things that they talk about just don't.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
You know what matters? Like, how's your neighbor doing?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Know what matters? Like, when's the last time you talked to an elderly relative? You know?
Yeah.
Honestly, when's the last time you called your uncle? You know?
Yep.
I mean,
Oh, now I'm feeling convicted. I need to call Uncle Ronnie. I need to call him.
I did talk to him like a month ago.
Okay.
Or maybe like 3 weeks ago. It was a lot of fun. Yeah.
I've been thinking about it. Need to call him.
They're so cool. They're so much fun. But yeah, I mean, you know, when was the last time you know, whatever, did anything like local in your world to express how you care, you know, but it just detox from all that. And Tiny, like, I'll tell you, man, like, your reason for being here tonight is the same reason we're here tonight, because we like to take a break from all that stuff too, because some of the topics that we cover are pretty heavy in nature. I know. I'm just gonna warn, like, Misty R and Foxface. I know, like, you guys aren't like big Jesse fans. Here's the thing, I get it. As far as like, I've seen this before. We have interviewed Jessie multiple times. We will have her back. So, like, I've seen the arguments, and honestly, while I understand that people can have different opinions, I would appreciate not hammering on the same drum repeatedly.
Right. We did invite her. She is our guest.
And this is our house.
Right.
And so, like,
so please treat our guests
with
nicely
respect
in our home. Thank you.
Be respectful to the guests that we've had. I get, like, if you don't agree, you know, with the things that whatever, sure, okay. You know what? I got tons of people who, like, don't agree with anything any of some of our guests have made. Like, whatever, you could pick anything. Fair enough. But I'm just gonna warn you, like, I don't want to have to, like, kick anybody out of the chat or anything, but just, like, be cool. You know, just be cool.
Yep.
We get that you don't like that particular guest. Fair enough. You have every right to have the opinion you want to have.
Yep.
You know, but you've said it a lot. Certain people are starting to get, like, kind of distracted by it. We don't really allow for distraction in the chat like that. So, like, keep it cool.
Yeah,
so
keep it cool. Keep it cool.
Yeah.
Keep it cool.
So that's all I'm going to say about that.
So that's it. That's all I have for the troll roast. We did the quiz. We talked about the sub. Let's see. There are some really bad Titanic jokes on this list.
Hit me with another couple Titanic
Here's
jokes.
a dad joke. This is one I'll tell my
Nice. I
kids
love
later.
dad jokes.
What type of burger isn't allowed on the Titanic?
I don't know what kind.
An iceberger.
That's good. I love dad jokes, dude. Dad jokes are so awesome.
Did you hear about? Here's another one. Did you hear about Haley Joel Osment being cast in the Titanic remake?
No.
Yeah. The most iconic line will be, "I see dead people." Icy.
I see dead people.
I see dead people. It's awful.
Chilling.
Titanic jokes never get old, just like Jack.
Will live forever.
Oh, and I said this one earlier. The pool on the Titanic is still full. Let that sink in. Oh, it's a good one. The movie I downloaded all the music to the movie Titanic. It's it's still sinking.
That's funny.
Let's see. Oh boy, no, that one's too dirty. That one's too dirty.
Yeah.
Let's take a break from the jokes, and let's talk about what do you want to talk about? Books?
Patreon? Yeah. Let's talk about the Patreon because we mentioned the Patreon a lot. So let's just go ahead and throw it up there.
Let's throw it up there.
And we'll make it quick. So obviously, as we've talked about repeatedly during Troll Roast, Nick and I have a Patreon.
Right.
QR code is right there on the screen, or you can go to patreon.com/the Goslings. TheGoss.
2 S's.
There are 2 S's in Goslings,
2 S's.
boys. Yeah. And take the highway to the danger zone with the Goslings Patreon.
Dude,
and,
speaking of the danger zone, I was flying back home from Idaho, right? I'm on the plane, and we all have the little, the movie screens in the back of the seats. And in front of me and to the left, I can just barely see the dude's screen in the row in front of me, and he's watching Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah. Did you ever watch it?
No. And I was like, oh, I can watch it right now on the plane. But it's this tiny little screen with these crappy little earbuds. I said, no, I want the big full screen experience. So I watched Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh, nice.
But I kept getting distracted and looking over and seeing what was happening in the movie, but not hearing it. So I kind of know what happens. But they're not, it was really frustrating.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't look away. I know he gets an F-14 at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, crap. That would have been.
It's good, man. It's the first really good movie I've seen in years. Top Gun Maverick is so awesome.
Is it good?
It's such a good, you wouldn't think that you would care about that character. It's dude, it's just Maverick. Does he even have a name? He's just whatever. Who cares? He's just he's a Tom Cruise character. Yeah, whatever. But they did some amazingly cool, good-natured, fatherly kind of dynamic stuff, paternal dyad stuff with Maverick that is so awesome to watch.
Yeah.
It's such just a feel-good movie.
Cool.
There's nothing hyper patriotic about it, but there's nothing woke about it either. And it's just cool, man. There's this great scene where they have to do this bombing run.
Yeah.
And nobody can get it in the time that they want to do it. And so CAG or whoever it is who's in charge increases their time and makes it in a way their flight path in a way to where they're gonna lose some lives doing it, so this is the big act 2 hurdle. Maverick, who's never been married, doesn't have any kids,
right,
kind of has this fatherly disposition towards his pilots.
Okay.
And so he's no, we can do it. It could be done. You don't have to lose anybody to do it. And he basically, without saying it, is I'll prove it. And so all of a sudden, you find out there's a blip on the radar at the training course, and all the students are in the ready room, or whatever, in the classroom, and they're all watching the monitor. Who's that? It's oh, it's Maverick. He's gonna fly it. He's gonna fly the mission the way that keeps them below the anti-aircraft batteries. Keep them in the canyon to where they're safe, and he's gonna do it in time, under the time that they had originally set, even less time, 1 minute and 30 seconds. And it's such an awesome hero moment. Watching him fly through the canyon and do all the breathing, the kipping that they have to do, and doing the flips, and the whole time they're watching him, they're dude, he's actually doing it. Yeah. It can be done.
Wow. Cool.
It's perfect leadership stuff, and he does it. And of course he gets an ass chewing later on by John Hamm for you bent the frame of an F-18, you violated 8 regulations, he's just getting chewed out or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's just the sweetest thing in the world, man. It's it's a dad taking care of his kids.
Yeah.
By showing no, we can do this in a way to where you don't have to sacrifice any of these pilots.
So it's a father culture film.
It's such father culture.
Nice.
Yeah, it's so cool. It's so awesome, and it's a great movie. Yeah, everybody should watch Top Gun Maverick. It's really cool. So, anyways, I don't remember what we were talking about. Whatever. So,
Let's see. Oop.
Oh, Robert Lockheed is here. What's up, buddy? Good to see you.
Oh, very good. He says, if you guys are wrong, then God is wrong.
There you go. Wow, that's high praise, man. Thanks.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Let's see. Texas Wise Guys. Yeah, that's the name of the show. Yeah, pretty cool show. I think we've checked you guys out a couple times. Let's see. A bunch of people still arguing about Jesse. I just don't know what to tell you guys. You gotta, a couple of you gotta just like, we get it. We've heard you.
We got you.
Yep. Time to move on.
We got you.
Stop beating the same drum, baby.
All right.
I mean, whatever. Anyways, Patreon. You should join the Patreon.
Yeah, join the Patreon. Join the community.
$5, $10, $20, $50, $100 levels. If you just want to like support the channel, you get stuff with every.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to see like every interview we have, you're seeing about 2/3 of it.
Yeah,
the other
usually.
third is exclusive just for our patrons.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably the biggest draw to the Patreon is that they get to hear that other portion of the interview that usually has to do with things that are a little more sensitive.
Verboten.
Verboten.
Mm-hmm.
Things that get us, in trouble with the algorithm and the community guidelines. So we try to offload that to Patreon because we still want, our patrons to be able to hear that.
Yeah.
So you should check it out. There's a lot of different benefits, a lot of different levels. We'd love your support at any level if you can. If
you're willing, and we greatly appreciate all of it. And we like having you guys there. We're able to post behind the scenes content, digital downloads. We're able to interact with you guys and post some cool things that we find. And
I know money's tight. Money's tight for a lot of people right now. I get that. And if you can't do it, that's fine. Subscribe to the channel. That would help. And if you've already subscribed, you can still hit the like button, and that would help tremendously too. Hit the like button. Actually, go ahead and do that right now.
Just hit the like button
right now. Yeah. Someone, pastor, was preaching this morning.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, go ahead and do that right now. Raise your hand. Just raise your hand.
That's funny.
You don't have to raise your hand, but hit the like button and pretend that thumbs up is like sticking your thumb in AI's.
Right into the eye.
Right into the eyeball.
Leviathan.
Yeah. Right into the eye socket.
Yeah. Back in the head, just jab it, thumb right on it. Right, all the way to the white meat.
Down to the white meat. Oh my goodness.
Get them all the way down to the white meat, Dave.
Should we put the chat on the
sure. Why not?
Chat? Why not?
Yeah.
All right.
50% of this chat is awesome.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh boy.
Here comes the chat. Let's see who's gonna make the first comment. Josh Rendar.
Right out of the gate.
Right out of the gate. There it is.
Let's see. Bill Bean, the Spiritual Warrior, Friday night. Bill Bean, the Spiritual Warrior, Friday night live stream.
Bill Bean, haven't heard of him.
Yeah, I don't. Interesting. Is that on YouTube? Overbuilt. Will Bentiker. I think we saw you earlier. Will.
Oh yeah, Will.
Good to see you here.
Glad you're here.
Yep.
Thanks for dropping in.
Medium rare, always a good choice.
And there's got to be some context to that. I hope.
I'm sure there is. Yeah.
Let's see what else. Go up here through the chat. Hold on a second.
Oh yeah. Mandy May is taking care of her husband who has Alzheimer's, I think I read. So our hearts go out to you guys. And Overbuilt was saying look into herbs. I use them a bit even the stuff that cannot be named during the what for the past couple years. Hope and prayer,
no judgment,
blood of Jesus, healing is real. Yep, very true.
No judgment here, that's for sure. Will Bintiker says sup brothers, good to see you tonight.
Sup G Ackman. Fair enough. Here, scroll up a little bit more. We got some
new.
Or no, go
other way.
Up.
Okay, sure.
Sorry, we got some other stuff in here that's worth probably talking about while we wait for the chat to kind of fill up.
Foxface is a woman.
Yep, Foxface. Yeah.
Just so you know.
I mean, pretty obvious from the icon there.
Guinevere Decker says Bill used to go on the Kev Baker show. I don't know who Kev Baker is. I'm kind of culturally illiterate.
Kev Baker.
I have to look it up.
Yeah.
Kim Heath says great show. Appreciate that.
Oh, go up just a tiny bit more. Overbuilt says, I'm a patron now. Fixing to join. Dude, thank you.
Hey, awesome.
Yeah,
thanks,
Overbuilt. By the way, once you join, depending on what level you're at, you will receive a sticker. Certain levels receive a sticker and a coffee mug. The sticker always comes first. Yeah. They don't come together.
Yeah, they send them separately.
They do. And of course they charge us for shipping for both because
why would they send them both and
why would they
save the shipping?
Yeah.
When they can charge us twice.
Jerry says, who's excited that we're halfway to fall? You know what I love about Jerry's? First of all, JRB Live. That's her channel.
Yep.
Everybody should go check it out. She does interviews as well, almost exclusively with authors, I think, which is kind of how we got started also. But she just started her channel a while back. Really fun interviews. And she's like, we've had her on. She's like sunshine in human form.
Yeah.
But what I really like about Jerry's is she does not like the outdoors. Like at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She doesn't like going outside. So
I think she mentioned something about hating sunshine or something.
Yeah, she hates going outside because of the bugs and the trees but fall is like, yeah, I bet you, yeah, pumpkin spice. Chris has nailed it. Chris Caps.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much pumpkin spice do you consume during the fall, J. Reese Bradley?
Yeah, I'd be interested to know. That makes sense. I mean, fall, like all the bugs die.
Yeah.
And the leaves do too, but it's pretty.
Yeah.
You know, and it starts to cool down. It's great.
And you can wear your cool sweater.
You can wear your sweater.
Oh, your Afghan.
You drink your pumpkin spice lattes.
You can drink your pumpkin spice and put your Jedi boots on with your turtleneck and go to the pumpkin patch and look around at the nice pumpkins. Get a good gourd so you could take it home, and let it rot in your living room. But then you get some more bugs.
Is this an actual bit?
No.
Did you make that up just now?
Yeah.
Dude, that was really good.
Occasionally,
holy cow!
I pilfer Bill Burr's.
Yeah, you were
disposition.
You were like projecting it really well.
Yeah, I'm invoking. It's because I get it. It's because I get it.
You have that same pent up anger.
Yeah. There was a part where he was talking about having to give up his dog because they had a baby, and like it was rough. It was rough to listen to. He was like, but I don't have any feelings about it. But I just kind of go in the bathroom just for 30 seconds, after I drop the dog off. And my wife asked me if I'm okay, and I'm like, yep, I'm fine. And then I go in the bathroom, and I'm just, and then I just take that pain and I put it back in the jar and put it back on its shelf. That's where I keep it forever. Like, yeah, I get that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Bill Burr's probably going to have an episode that will not be able to be contained at some point.
Yeah.
It'll become too much for him.
Yeah. Tricky says, but she loves whales, talking about J. Reese Bradley, who just happened to be new friends with Ocean's Gate. Woo! We interviewed J. Reese Bradley on one of our first we called them Thirsty Thursday live streams. Now they're called the Church of What's Cool. And part of what we do on the Thirsty Thursday Church of What's Cool live streams is we either ask a question or ask the 5-minute freak questions to whoever our guest is, or we play the pre-recorded Patreon submissions of the 5-minute freak. And one of those questions in the 5-minute freak is, tell us a joke. And Jerry's had a very funny, silly joke.
Yeah.
So anyways.
And we're doing a 5-minute freak this Thursday. Right, we're gonna actually play one of them, right?
That's right. Yeah, we got one from Tricky and one from Cactus. Cactus isn't here tonight. I wish he were, man.
Well, Church of What's Cool this Thursday at what time? 8 Central?
p.m.
8 Central. Yep.
Yes.
We'll be here live midweek. Just check in on you guys, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. And then, of course, and then Sunday we are airing. Who are we airing on Sunday?
That's a good question. I think I actually forgot. Stand by while I figure it out. On Sunday we are airing Micah Turnbow. Yeah.
The man who sees angels.
Yeah. Round 2 with Micah Turnbow.
Yeah.
Such a sweetheart, man.
Yeah.
Micah is super cool.
Yeah.
Really, I was very skeptical at first when talking to Micah. And but then after getting to know him and talking to him, I'm like, I kind of don't care if what he's saying is true or not, I just love his message.
Yeah.
And I love having the ability to talk to him.
Yeah.
And give him a platform to talk to other people.
Man, he loves Jesus.
He does, man.
He loves Jesus. There's no doubt.
Really sweet.
Yeah.
So Anyways, let's see. Oh, and then that Sunday, we are a week from today. We are interviewing David Thibodeau, who is one of the survivors of Waco.
Waco survivor.
Yeah. So that's going to be, that's why, again, that's kind of why we enjoy doing these, where we can just like have fun, because a lot of our interviews, dude, are like, it's pretty dark, you know. That's kind of why we try to maintain like a fun atmosphere. So
Chronic Oddity says, any update on contact with Roseanne Barr?
Oh yeah, no, we're trying. That is kind of in the early stages.
Yeah, wow.
It might happen, it might not.
Yeah.
If it does, that'd be a huge blessing, and I think it'd be a lot of fun.
I mean, you guys should go and just like watch her podcast.
Her podcast is really fun.
Yeah. She's hilarious.
Yeah, and I think it's really sweet that she does it with her son.
Yeah. Oh, it's awesome.
It's pretty cool. So
you want to talk about being based and letting your hair down?
Yeah.
Man, she's great.
Yeah. So
let's see. That one's going to be epic. I just watched that documentary recently.
About Waco.
Yeah. It's going to be good. Yeah, I'm excited to meet him. And, you know, it's funny because when you think like 10 years ago, 20 years ago, if you were to talk about Waco, or if you were to talk to a survivor of Waco, you think, you guys were a cult, you know. Everyone is a little more government friendly in that scenario.
Oh yeah.
But now they're like looking back, experience what we've experienced over the past, 5 years. They're like, yeah, our government's a little out of control. And it all started back in Waco.
Yeah.
Or was Waco before Ruby Ridge?
It was after.
It was after, yeah.
Yeah, Ruby Ridge. Waco, part of what made Waco such a disaster was, ironically, they were trying to do damage control to make themselves look better after the disaster of Ruby Ridge.
Oh, wow.
So talk about doubling down on your own stupidity, you know. But hey, your government loves you. You should always let government more into your life, because they're from the government. They're here to help. It's all going to be okay.
I mean, if you're wanting to make yourself look better, Janet Reno's probably not the best pick for that.
No.
For that poster.
No. Neither is any of the the unconstitutional, unregulated regulatory agencies that were involved in that.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, whatever. Don't get me started. You'll hear more about it on July 9th when we air the David Thibodeau episode. Or you can watch it in time for Independence Day if you're a Patreon.
Hey, Gregory the Illuminator says feds destroy this country.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yep. Amen, Gregory the Illuminator. Yep. 100%.
Yep. The Fed has too much authority, and I'm all for, as you know, we've talked about balkanization. Yeah. I think it's a solution.
Yeah.
Not the solution, but a solution.
Yeah.
Okay. We should probably go on and talk about our books before we get in trouble.
Oh, yes. Well, and it's after 8, and we still got to get sushi.
Oh, yeah, we got to get sushi. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Wait a second. I'm just going to read it. So I wrote a 7-novel series of Wars Between the Angels called Heavenly Realms. They're all available on Amazon in ebook, paperback, and Audible audiobook, narrated by our good friend Adam Burrell. I highly recommend all of you to go purchase the audiobook version by Adam Burrell, because he put his blood, sweat, and tears into that, and it's really good. So anyways, on your screen is the QR code for Heavenly Realms Empyrean Falling. This is book 1 of the series. The paperback, which you see right here, is slightly oversized, and it is for $17.99. And you can scan the QR code, or you can look up Heavenly Realms Jonathan Goss on Amazon and find them there. Anyways, I'm just going to read you the book blurb on the back for Empyrean Falling. On the 6th day, God created man. On the 7th day, he rested. Then all hell broke loose. Lucifer, driven to delusional vainglory by his envy of God, fears the Almighty will cast him out of heaven in favor of his newest creation, man. Resolving within his heart to thwart divine divorce and burdened with fierce indignation and gnawing ambition, he maneuvers behind the backs of his 2 archangelic brothers, Michael and Gabriel, recruiting potent cherubim and seraphim to his cabal. Lucifer vies to fulfill the prophecy of the dragon, a once ominous portent of war, but now, in the hope of his nightmarish illumination, might foretell an angelic heresy. Ever faithful to God and their choirs, Michael and Gabriel wrestle with the advent of their eldest brother's suspected revolt and the impending fall of the angels. And though they've trained for millennia to defeat the dragon, nothing can prepare them for the maelstrom their morning star is fomenting in the shadowy nadir of his luminous heart. And when war comes, it will turn all of heaven into a scorched, charnel plain. Saints will sour to villains, archangels will weep and rally, angels will die. Cities will burn, legends will be born, and blasphemies will deluge the riven land in a bloody sea. But amidst a heavenly realm of endless massacre, the sons of God will find their faith. Seen as a revelation through the eyes of Archangel Gabriel's last prophet, Empyrean Falling is an epic romance of faith and hope, love and fear. A recounting of the war that is neither fact nor fiction, but a myth that can make a believer out of anyone.
Nice. Very nice.
Buy my book. Buy my book. And if you like it, leave a review. And if you don't like it, shut your mouth. Because, like, I don't want. No, just kidding. You can actually get a signed copy of this on the Patreon. But, anyways, yeah.
Would you mind handing?
Oh yeah.
Henry Half Moon's between the two Men at Arms books. The Man at Arms, right in the middle, right in the very middle of the shelf, right under Mickey. Yeah, to the right. A little more. There you go. There it is. Yeah. Thank you.
I forgot what the cover looked like.
Yeah. Sorry.
Hotter, colder, hotter, colder.
All right.
Stupider.
Dumber, smarter. Henry Half Moon. This is a paranormal urban fantasy. I was thinking young adult, but actually I think it's more of just adult/young adult.
Yeah.
Just not for kids, that's for sure.
Right.
Full-time college student, part-time demon hunter.
Yeah.
This is a story of how Henry Half Moon got caught up in a supernatural mess, how the prophecy of the demon star was fulfilled, and how the gods chose a normal boy to carry out divine wrath. An uninspired college student, Henry is being followed by something unseen, a malevolent force that knows who he truly is. With the help of his favorite college professor, his best friend, and an angel of death, Henry peeks behind the veil and sees the world as it really is, a feeding ground for demonic entities, preparing the way for an ancient prophesied evil. Tying together elements from Christianity, Greek mythology, and the occult, Henry Half Moon is a wild ride that will satisfy all readers. Henry Half Moon is, it's supposed to be the first book in a family of French mythology stories. I actually started the second one.
Nice.
And it sucks, so I'm going to start over.
But you had some really good ideas in the second one.
Yeah, I had some good ideas.
Are you going to
go a different direction?
You shared like a couple of them with me. I don't want to spoil it by mentioning them, but I hope you hang on to the ideas you shared.
Yeah, I just need to rewrite them.
I know the feeling.
You started out pretty strong, but I'm like, need to start over.
Dude, I know that. Same thing with this. First draft of this, completed in 2005.
Yeah.
1,147 pages long. Dude. And you know what? I was thinking about like Steve's idea of the fool's cap method.
My Bible has hold on a second. I just want to Revelation ends 1,044 pages. How much was it?
1147.
Longer than the Bible.
It's longer than the Bible. Actually, you know what? That does remind me. I want to. I do want to read.
Of course, I have super tiny print Bible.
Let's see. I do want to read the preface because I worry sometimes that people will misconstrue what I was attempting with the Heavenly Realms series. Says, we can't fully grasp what lies beyond this veil of tears. How much of it is real and how much of it our holy books got right will remain a mystery. The angels are no exception. Symbolic, masculine, luminous, preternatural, they move through the pages of the Word in a multitude of forms and functions. Yet they always remain powerful. They always have a mission. The mere glimpses we catch of them on these pages have left indelible impressions. But that's not enough for a story. Do not regard this novel as canon. Creative liberties must be taken to fill in the gaps, and a deeper story lies behind the curtain of those arresting biblical scenes. Pavilioned in terrestrial settings, costumed in anthropomorphism, we can slip past the unfamiliar superficialities and grasp what lies beneath. The thoughts, passions, faiths, loves, and fears which reside within the denizens of the heavenly realms. This series is a yarn seeking to bridge the two worlds. So enjoy it for what it is, a human interpretation of angelic history, an attempt to entertain, a fiction that transcends history and reaches for myth.
Nice.
That was my get out of jail free card, so you don't like say that's not what's in the Bible. It's like the Bible never said any of that. I'm like, I know. Yeah, I know. It's fiction. Yeah, it's fiction. Fictional characters. Fictional characters.
Speaking of which, Foxface is now a fictional character.
Dude, it sucks.
We tried to warn you. We said, hey,
like knock it off.
You just couldn't stop.
Yeah.
You just had to keep commenting. You had to keep poking. You had to keep.
Nothing. What does the fox say? Goodbye. Dude.
Bye, Felicia. That's what the fox says.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Like, some of these people, like, I don't know what the deal is. I get that you're on a mission, and it's always with that one guest. Like, no one ever comes in here and lights us up repeatedly.
The only person who came close was Ken.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It's very rare when we have to actually remove someone.
Yeah.
Very rare.
Yeah.
But don't come here and start bad-mouthing our guests just because you have an opinion about them and you feel like it's your mission to tear them down wherever you go, to follow them around and destroy their reputation. Right or wrong, I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. Don't come here to do that to our guests.
Yeah, in our house, if you've been warned, you're distracting from the chat, shut up. Shut up. Like, at a certain point, it's like, okay, we all heard you. We get it. Now just, like, get on with our people. Just talk with our, or just, like, hang out. Or if you're not happy, like, leave. But, like, I honestly think, like, a lot of those people are just here to be disruptive. That's all they're just here to be disruptive.
I mean, it kind of helps the algorithm because we get the comments, but you know what? I don't care about that so much as I care about keeping the chat
healthy.
Yeah, healthy.
Yeah. Honestly.
Exactly right.
Healthy. Dude, and here's the thing. We're not like an echo chamber. Echo. It's like people disagree. I was just talking to Tricky earlier today in an email about like how everybody has like something that they disagree about.
Yeah.
Like, dude, everybody disagrees on something and like they'll figure it out in the chat, but like everybody's cool about it. Be cool. Like, I don't know how to warn you. Like, be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, whatever.
Well, we got to go get sushi. So
we do. It's super late.
Oh, let's do our shout outs real quick.
Oh, yes.
We already did Gosshog lifts at the beginning of the stream. Let's start with our Pressfield level patrons. So, should I do this? Let's turn this music off here. It's going to take a while. Pressfield level patrons: Melissa S., Joanne B., Lisa S., thank you for your generous support. The backbone of the Goslings Patreon: Today, Terry, Margaret, Greg, Patrice, Tim, Jody, American Cars.
Yeah.
What up, buddy? Tricky subject.
Yeah,
love
tricky,
you, man.
My boy.
Orwell level patrons: Tammy, Earl, Deborah, Carmen, Jasa, Lisa, Tracy, Debbie in Italy, Flossie, Amanda, Bridget, Lisa, Jake, Jennifer, Judith, Jared, Julie GS, TBSL, Will, Darlene, Patrick, Katie, and Timothy 21, Callie, Tina. It's good to see you here tonight. Karen, Rita, Mark, Joshua, Courtney, Bob, Julie, Ruta Lee, Susanna. We got Bay, Joshua B, Lenka, Lanya, Melissa, Vicky, Kelly, Marcia, and the Ridge. Jabber, Charmaine, Jerry, Marsha, Cheryl, Chris Caps in the chat tonight, Karen B, K9 Training, Mama Shao C, Cascadian Breeze, Gay Bella Music, Mike Fisher.
Yeah, Mike Fisher, baby.
Carol, Jamie, Sean, Sunny, Michelle, Charlotte. We love it. And if you guys want to be on the list, I will add you. Go to patreon.com/the Goslings. We would be honored to have your support.
That's right.
We've enjoyed tonight. We've had a great time with you guys. The chat's been very lively. And we will see you Thursday for, 8 p.m. Central at the Church of What School.
Church of What School.
Yeah.
On the Goslings.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. You nailed it. You got there in time.
Dude,
I think you got there with a few seconds to spare, actually.
I had to add a whole new caption of Orwell level patrons.
Dude, I know.
It's awesome.
Yeah. We have like the Patreon has been like super successful over the past like week or two, despite not having like a lot of content over the past. It's been awesome.
Yeah.
We've been really blessed, and we're really happy. So, and we think everybody, like Overbuilt, you just joined tonight, you're gonna have a great time, dude. Yeah, it's really cool, man. You're gonna enjoy it.
Yeah.
So, anyways, are we all done?
We're all done. Let's wrap it up.
All right. I am Jonathan.
It's Lucifer.
And I'm Nick.
I'm your Huckleberry.
And we are the Goslings. Go forth
and strike down the mother darkness.
vertical punch.